All right, y'all. You already know. So Travis Hunter, who is being the most, I might even want to say outside of LeBron, the most talked about athlete this year. Except for he's in college. He's definitely the most college known football player. But he won awards over the past week. He won what, best wide receiver, best defensive back, or best defensive player, and he also took home the Heisman. Right. Well, a lot was going on, not just with him winning the Heisman, but people that was there with him. Notably, his girl, I forget the young lady name, but I know he's been in a relationship for several years, at least since he was at his senior year of high school. She's been going viral lately because his last game against Oklahoma State, which they didn't even show up, basically. Seemed like she was mad at him, and it got caught on camera, went viral, and then, of course, how all these investigators start trying to dig up information and found out in the past she wasn't necessarily his type, but he wore her down, and because she got a money sign on her ring, and people are talking about how Coach Prime had to make her stand up. And Travis Hunter, basically, I think he went on live after that, and he went off on people and said, my girl been with me for 5 years. A lot of y'all old dudes, man, basically leave her alone. She been holding them down. And let me just say this, right? Let's just start out with the fact that he wasn't her type. And I don't know, maybe this is a new generation thing because a lot of people meet online instead of meeting somebody organically. I mean, I guess he did send her a DM and she wasn't his type, but if you ask your fathers and grandfathers, especially a lot of for Gen Zers, even millennials, ask your father and grandfather if you've been one of the online people your whole life. But a lot of times, brothers, y'all not women types. It's okay. It's me. I mean, women, I wasn't they type, but I wore them down after a while. After they might look at you and be like, I don't know. But then you funny or you charismatic or you on your grind and she feels safe and protected with you. I mean, that happens all the time. So I didn't really see a big deal about that. And then even like the money on the ring, on her, I think it's a ring finger or whatever. They're 21 years old, 21, 22 years old each. That's what young people do. Y'all act like, when I was growing up, it was people I know who had dragon tattoos and GD tattoos, everything you can think of. Because when you're young, you don't really think about it. I mean, and she liked tattoos, clearly. I mean, I don't see a big deal about a money sign. I remember at 19, I almost got a Scarface tattoo that's, instead of saying the world is I think it was gonna say the world is mine or whatever. But of course, me now, I wouldn't get it. But when you young, you think about doing things like that. And then people are talking about, she had a Dion made her stand up. Well, she don't know what to do. She's probably already being scrutinized. And I would have thought they would have had this, but it's clear that they haven't had media training. They really haven't had that much media training. And the media would have told them, look, the cameras is on you at all times. So, try to have straight faces or try to appear to seem happy. And the media training would have told her to stand up when he won the award. But she don't know what to do, man. This their first time really going through all of this. And I think it's crazy that people are now scrutinizing her, but they've been having a show for at least 3 years on YouTube. They got their own channel and they've been doing things. And I ain't been seeing nobody calling her a gold digger or 304 or whatever before all of this. But it's just funny that because that one clip went viral, now people are having all these allegations. And that's why Travis Hunter is mad. Listen, man, leave that brother alone. He around Coach Prime. Prime already told him he gonna help him do a prenup. And if he doesn't want to listen even to Coach Prime, then fine. If he don't listen to the OGs in his corner or some older mentors about it, then fine. It is what it is. He a grown man. And everybody bumped their head at some point. I know I bumped my head in my late teens and early 20s several times. Most of y'all have. Most of y'all kids have. My kids will, my son will, so on and so forth, man. That's just a part of life. But the more you criticize them, the more they gonna feel like it's them versus the world. And I think she came out and said she ain't never been a gold digger and things like that. I think a lot of people are mad really because they secretly like her because she don't look like, she clearly not a sister. I'm not sure. I think somebody said she's black and Filipino, but most people are assuming that based off of her appearance, she after him just because of his money. And some people talking about it's because of Travis looks. And I understand these are public figures, and I don't have a problem with people talking about them because they got their own YouTube channel and he thanking her and got her in his commercials and all of that. That's fine, right? But at the end of the day, if they like each other, they like each other. And if he don't want to get a prenup or whatever, that's on him, man. It ain't like if he don't get a prenup with her, how is that going to affect you? But like the brother 78 said, this is the perfect example to show to you, to teach your sons and your nephews and your little cousins to watch out for it. Watch out for things like this. If y'all feel like they are going to be scammed, if they're like athletes or businessmen or anything like that, let them, if they in love, let them live their life, man. Let them live a life. And one more thing before I forget. Isn't it funny how a lot of us come from broken homes, and most people have really ever not really seen a healthy marriage. Here this man is in his early 20s and he want to get married, and people are clowning him or saying you moving too fast. Now, do I think most young men should be married around that age? No, but you never know, they might get married and stay together forever. Wasn't Kobe and Vanessa? Wasn't they both of them young? I think she was either right out of high school and he was in his early 20s and all of that. And they stayed together until the end of his life. So you never know if this might be the case, but y'all got to understand, he got Coach Prime around him. And he may not listen to a lot of people, but he'll definitely, I'm assuming, listen to Coach Prime and make sure everything's straight on the business end. But I just want to get my quick thoughts about it. Tell me what y'all think.